Hello, my name is Lumiel, and this is the Bloodborne Lorethrough, where we play through Bloodborne and focus on and discuss the lore. In the previous episode, we finished the Nightmare of Mensis and defeated Mergo's wet nurse, and after the nightmare was slain, returning to the hunter's dream displays this. So, a pretty big change from the last time we were here. And Gehrman is not in his spot. And the gate that's been closed the whole game is now open. But before we do anything, we have a few loose ends to kind of wrap up. And in fact, there may be a couple short episodes of this because I'm going to address the ones that are immediately available here. And then I will be doing probably some Chalice Dungeon gameplay and then some more loose ends before we face the final boss. So let's talk to the doll first.
Good hunter, you have come. Dawn will soon break. This night and this dream will end. Gehrman awaits you at the foot of the great tree.
So it sounds like we are finally bringing the night to an end, one way or another.
Good hunter, your presence somehow soothes. Farewell, good hunter. May you find your worth in the waking world.
And now I believe every time we talk to her, she'll tell us Gehrman awaits.
Gehrman awaits you at the foot of the great tree. Go on, good hunter. Farewell, good may.
So the great tree is through the gate. So she's telling us Gehrman waits for us there. So before you go in there, which starts the final boss fight, you will want to level up your weapons as far as you can. You will want to have done everything in the game that you can and collected all the items that you want to. Let's just check out here. Now we have most of the items we can buy. We have a lot of the weapons we can get. And that is pretty much it. I'll check out the Insight Bath too. And then we are going to go collect a Blood Rock. Okay, I was looking for unique armor or things like that. Yeah, I think this is the quickest way to where we want to go. Now, it's possible I'll miss the jump. It's possible you will too. But it is a short run back, so if we miss it, we will just do it again. And I do believe it's maybe safer coming from the upward path. But you want to try to do it right about when you're level with that doorway, like that. And let's have some sedatives ready, because we're going past frenzy-inducing enemies. Winter lanterns. Alright, so continuing past them, we come into the room full of spiders. And this is where you pulled the lever to lower the brain of Mensis. And then you drop in through here, and there is a winter lantern on the other side. I don't have frenzy-proof gear on, so I'll get frenzy real easy now. Okay, so I actually didn't need to mess with him. Just habit there. What you need to do was come through this doorway, out onto this bridge, and about the halfway point there's an opening over here. And there is the chamber that the Mensis brain, or the brain of Mensis, was in. And so then we can collect the blood rock, which is a significant upgrade material because it's the material you need to upgrade a weapon to the fullest or the highest level. And I'm just going to use a bold hunter's mark to return. And like I said, this is the last opportunity you have to talk to any NPCs that may still be remaining. So we are going to continue to Erden Chapel. And we'll talk to the attendant here first.
Oh, kind hunter. Another one you sent made it here safe and sound. Bit like, I'm afraid, there ain't a peep to be heard. Not in the old tech. I doubt there's any more out. Gods.
Nothing new from him. And Ariana, the vile blood lady of the night, is no longer there.
Well, anything you like? Oh my, but don't you worry. This will help you forget.
But
Nothing new from him either. And nothing new from her. Okay. So, we have a lot of blood in front of her, and it kind of leads back this way. So if we follow that, it's telling us to go this way to find out where she's gone. And we're going to the aqueduct. And you'll notice before I look anywhere, we've gained insight. So something involving the Great Ones has occurred here. And there's Ariana with one of those celestial children things that is seen in the upper cathedral ward.
It can't be.
So, Ariana was in a lot of pain and just moaning a lot the last time we saw her. And she came down here and gave birth. And gave birth to that. So, I am going to take care of it and inadvertently kill her as well. So first we'll pick up what she has dropped, and it's Ariana's shoes. Shoes worn by Ariana, woman of the night in the cathedral ward. Innocent and cute, in contrast with its owner. And 1/3 of umbilical cord. So we have a few of these now. 3 to be exact. So each has slightly different description. We've read it before that every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate. The 3rd umbilical cord precipitated the encounter with the pale moon, which beckoned the hunters and conceived the hunter's dream. The next one, which we got from Mergo's wet nurse, I believe, every great one loses its child and then yearns for a surrogate, and Erden, the formless great one, is no different. To think it was corrupted blood that began this eldritch liaison. And then this one says, this cord granted Mensis audience with Mergo, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. So, this is the one we got from Mergo's wet nurse, but it said, this cord granted Mensis, the school of Mensis, audience with Mergo, but resulted in the stillbirth of their brains. So, did they channel and form a potential surrogate, but it was stillborn? And then this one is her child, and it said, Erden, the formless great one, is no different in yearning for a surrogate. To think it was corrupted, vile blood that began this eldritch liaison. So when a vile blood came to Erden Chapel, in other words. So that was Erden's surrogate. Mensis and Mergo had the surrogate in the baby carriage. And now we no longer have Yosefka, we no longer have Gilbert, and we pretty much just have this crew and the Hunter's Dream, so we will return there. Now, we have 3 1/3 umbilical cords. And you may recall in the lecture building, 2nd story, we saw a note that said 3/3 umbilical cords, or 3/3 cords, I think, specifically. So that is telling you that something is special about 3 of them. Now, like I mentioned before, you'll enter through here to do the boss fight. But if you want to see everything, you're going to have to actually use these umbilicals. So, it says use to gain insight, and so they say eyes on the inside. That was your first hint telling you these are consumables that give you a useful stat increase, whatever you want to call it, insight. So you need to use 3 of these. Either way, you will face the final boss. But once you use 3 of these, there will be an additional secret final boss after the next boss. So if we ran through there, we could initiate the boss fight, and actually it's safe, and you can actually check out where it's leading, and you don't have to initiate the boss fight yet. We can see Gehrman sitting up there under the great tree, as she said he was waiting, and talking to him is what actually initiates the boss fight. So I am not going to do that yet. In fact, I'm going to stop here, and we may have another video, or we may have a few if we decide to do some Chalice dungeons. Actually, we do have a few, because we still need to finish the DLC, the Hunter's Nightmare, and the areas after that. So this is everything, loose ends after Mergo's wet nurse, you can call it. So thank you for checking out this very short episode, and tune in next time.